refill. Welcome to the refill. I'm your host, Ron Daniel. Listen, we got another great show for you. If you're just now tuning in, you already know how we get down. This is episode 41, and listen, tonight, y'all already know how we get down if you've been rocking with us since show one. But if you haven't, if this your first time coming on the show, this show here highlight everything gospel rap, the artists, the DJs, the promoters, the influencers, everybody who make gospel rap, rock and roll, global wide. Listen, tonight ain't no different. We got another great guest on tonight's episode. But before we bring them on, listen, y'all help us out tonight. We want y'all to like, share, and comment. Put this show on y'all page. Tell somebody we on right now. Share it wherever you are on social media. Share it on your page and let them know we on now. Also, if you like what you hear doing this podcast, donate to the show. We ask for money every week because it help us stay on the internet and it help our show to grow global wide so we can continue to create great content for y'all. And the last thing, if you are an artist and if you want to get on one of the podcasts soon, we now booking for June and July. Just look at everything scrolling at the bottom. You'll see an email down there. Just send us your info. We're going to check you out. We put you in the game if what you're doing fit, what we looking for as far as the format of this show. But listen, we're not going to hold y'all up, man. This next artist I'm bringing on, let me tell y'all something. I love bringing on the young kings in the game because these cats, man, they to me, I love to see cats that can continue to push the mantle and gospel rap and keep that thing going. And this artist right here is no different, man. He all the way from Memphis, Tennessee, M-Town. I like to call Memphis my second home. I've been to Memphis so many times. Right now they having some issues with the I-40 bridge. They need to go ahead and fix that bridge so I ain't got to cross that little bitty bridge by Tunica. If y'all in the South between Arkansas and Tennessee, y'all know what I'm talking about. But listen, man, we finna bring them on right now all the way from Memphis 10. D Mercy, what's happening, bro?
Man, what it do?
Already.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. Mercy
gang.
Yes, sir. Mercy gang in the game today, man. Hey,
yes, sir. Mercy gang, man. You know.
Already.
You
bro,
know.
Yes, sir. Introduce yourself, bro, to the people. We're gonna get this podcast
man, we're gonna jump straight into it. Y'all already know who I be, man. Straight out of Memphis, Tennessee, man. It's
yes,
your
sir.
boy D Mercy, aka Big Mercy, man.
Oh, really?
You know what I'm saying? CEO of Mercy Gang, man. Shout out to my whole squad. Shout out to all my brothers and sisters, to the fans, the supporters, everybody that rock with Mercy Gang, man. Y'all already know how we do it, man. We show love, we keep it pushing, man. Y'all already know what I'm about. So that's how we do it. It's that way. It's on game.
Oh, ready, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. We ready now. Bro, let's jump into this thing, bro. I always lead off with this first question with every artist I come on the show with. This is always the first question, bro. Mm-hmm. What was it that got you involved in the Christian hip-hop gospel rap space from the jump?
Man, so that's what it was right here. So you know how it is when your grandparents, you know what I'm saying, basically, back then, they basically pushed church on you, know what I'm saying?
Right.
And now what I realize is you can't push church on your kids and stuff like that now that I got kids. But my grandma, they pushed church on us. So, I was already like born, born and raised in the church, So,
right.
My granddad was a pastor of two churches. And, I sung in the choir, man. I did it all, man. I was on a deacon board, man. My granddad had me doing something every time.
Already.
So my brother is my big brother, really. He was dealing with, a lot of electronic stuff, so he loved computers, and he made his own. Back then, we were rapping with the little earpiece part of the headset, and he he made a studio out of it. And he was like, little bro, I know you can rap, but see, the thing was, I was doing street rap, but then my brother track, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, look, bro, I want you to get on it. I was like, man, I ain't really want to do it because I'm still doing street rap, thugging. You know what I'm saying? So I did it. And I was kind of like, battling between the two, So I was doing street and gospel, to be honest. But I didn't take gospel rap serious until probably about, I want to say somewhere, let me see, probably 2015, think it was somewhere like that, 2015, 2016, somewhere in there. I think I took it serious, but you know, of course, I fell short a little bit. But yeah, I kind of took it serious like in 2015.
Right. And bro, again, bro, you in Memphis, man. Tell everybody, like I know, you know, I man, like I said, I've been to Memphis so many times. I can't even count how many times I done made that 2-hour trip. But for the cats that's watching the show, people that's watching the show, bro, tell everybody about just the Memphis rap scene in general, and then the gospel rap scene in Memphis.
All right. Okay, that's easy right there. You know, so I'm Memphis for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the trenches. I've been thugging in Memphis all my life, so I can tell you that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a little crunk, man, so you got to forgive me.
Go have your way on the show, bro.
But yeah, man, you know, as far as just so we talking secular and gospel, right?
Yeah.
You know, okay, so speaking on secular, you know, man, secular, they very talented. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no judgments on with me. I ain't got nothing against them, man. Like Memphis, we birthed a lot of artists, man. Like we dead for sure. Like we got a lot of talent here in Memphis. It's just that, you know, people don't know how to get along or show love. You know what I'm saying? We too busy trying to be in competition. You know, don't nobody want to help each other eat. You know what I'm saying? And speaking about gospel rap, it's the same way. Like it's no difference. Only thing is we doing it for the kingdom. We doing it for God. But we talented. Like you hear some of our music, you think it's trap. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it. You know, we bump out like that. We thugging for God. You know, that's why most people might probably see me say, man, this my thug or this my thug. What I mean by that is, man, we thugging for God. You know, we from the hood, we from the trenches, so we thugging, and we gonna continue to keep thugging. You know what I'm saying? We come hard like that. You know, you can't take the hardness out of us just because we love God. I mean, you can take the hardness out of it. It don't work like that.
Already.
No different with street. When it comes to talent, it's no different. Like we talent all the way around a global in Memphis, man. You know, so I mean, if they just stop trying to be in competition and help each other, you know, climb the ladder, then I believe, you know, we can be successful. You see how many artists we get out of Memphis. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of it. Yeah.
I tell people all the time, man. I said just speaking in the South. Gospel. I tell everybody that's been coming on the show since show 1, they already know. I tell them, hey, I keep my ear to the ground on everything. And now with social media, I know cats in Africa rapping. I know cats in Australia. I'm talking about I'm like, I had a cat from New Zealand hit me and say, hey man, I'm gospel rapping in New Zealand. I said, bro, send me something. I got to hear this. But speaking in the South, I tell everybody, I said Memphis is one of those cities where they got like a ton of gospel rappers just in that city. It's like comparing it. Yes sir. It's like comparing it to where I'm at. It's in the state. Y'all got that many rappers in a city. And so and I tell people all the time, man, I love the Memphis scene. Every time I go to Memphis, it's love all the time, man. I've been up and down Memphis, man. But bro, let me ask you this, bro. Take us back to that first putting that, you just jumped in gospel rap 2015, 14. Take us to when you was putting that first project together, man. Take us through the ins, the outs, the good, the bad, the ups, the downs.
Man, you talking about. So when I first, because I really dropped a single. You know, we go way back. You know, me and you. I dropped my first single I ever dropped was really this song called Jesus Alive. You know what I'm saying? I only did that song really because it was part of a talent show at my church and they wanted me to write something. So I did something quick. You know, it was slow. And then I was like, man, you know, it's all right. But I had to find me. You know what I'm saying? And God showed me like, man, you got to make a joyful noise. Like, get crunk, be you. You know what I'm saying? You still can be you. So the thing I really said, I really pushed was Bible Out. Now that's a classic. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know about Bible Out. You know, and so I came with Bible Out. What's the next song I came with? Man, you taking me way back. I came with Bible Out. Then I came with I think it was Where the Christians At. Then right after Where the Christians At, I came with this single called Had Enough. That's when me and my boy Young Praise, we started this SGM thing, Street Gospel Movement. So I had a song called Had Enough on there. And I had a variety. Some of them I can't even remember. I had I Try, I was talking to God on that one. It's called I Try. But it was kind of rough being that, I was still, kind of balancing street and gospel. So I still was kind of doing both around that time, So that was the hard part of it, trying to really fully do the work for God, because I felt like, what my friends was going to say, you know what I'm saying, or how many people was going to turn away from me, So it was about it. Like, when you think about your close homies and you know what I'm saying, folks that really close to you, think about them turning their back on you, like, man, I don't want to lose my people. But that's when I moved around that project, and then I came out with the single I Want to Live Right. And so with that single, I talk about if my friends don't like it, then I tell them bye-bye. So it's either y'all gonna push with me with doing right, or then bye, because I'm leaving the negativity stuff alone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
yes,
sir. That's how that came about.
Yes, sir. And I heard you bring up you brought up about the cats that it was like, hey man, you doing gospel rap, I don't want to fool with you no more, bro. What was that? I guess that shock, knowing that, cause I've been there, I done that. I just hang with cats, man. They find out, hey man, you gospel rapping, and them boys part ways, and you be like, at first it's a shock, like, oh man, we both be cool, but it ain't. We still cool now, but they already know how I get down. But talk about that a little bit, bro. About that initial shock when the boys got loose on you like that.
Man, so I'm gonna say this because I'm from North Memphis, North, man. We raised our phones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm from the North, man. But to be honest, like, I was gang banging and stuff like that with them homies. But when I kind of told them what it was, I really didn't just walk, like, just go look at them straight in their face, and say, man, I don't want to get down with y'all no more like that.
But
prayed on it, you know what I'm saying? And I talked to God about it, and I kind of like just isolated myself, you know what I'm saying, and started moving and just moving around further and further from them. They didn't dismiss themselves from me. I did miss my own self, you know what I'm saying? Because I knew they probably weren't gonna, like, they really weren't tripping, but they really was, like, in the studio, they don't want to too much hear that about, my God, that's good. And they in there trying to rap about they dope and how many females they can have sex with and all that type of stuff, So, and they don't want to hear about that. So I began to move myself so I can have that freedom to be able to really rap about what God placed in my life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it wasn't even them moving. They still cool with me to this day. But I could tell that some of them like, man, bro, you doing gospel rap? Well, we ain't with it. But to believe it or not, I done had a couple of them, man, come out, pop up on me at a lot of my showcases. They were like, man, bro, that's gospel rap. I'm like, yeah. They said, bro, you hard. You know what I'm saying? Man, I feel like I warned them with that. Even with them just showing up to want to hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's what's up, man. Hey, I'm gonna go back a little bit.
Yeah.
Cause I remember babbling out. I remember I want to live. Man. I said, man, who this dude D Mercy? Man, in Memphis making all this noise. Look at when I hear the noise, I got to see where it's coming from. Like, man, who this boy D Mercy? And so, bro, what was the response from just from the church, from the city, and pilots when you put them projects out, man?
Yeah, man, man, you just hit me with a lot right there. I don't know, bro. It's just, man, God, man. That's all I can say, really. Right. God, bro, like, because I was going through a lot of stuff with all that. You know what I'm saying? I really was going through some stuff, kids out there, kids on the way, you know what I'm saying? And, man, it was a battle, man, but I like to say that to put everything in a nutshell, man, it's like, man, it's all God. You know what I'm saying? Like, when God choose you, bro, it ain't really nothing you can do about it. I don't care, like, I don't care how dirty you is, man. If God choose you to do his work, man, it is what it is. You got to do it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't I tried to run several times. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I felt like I had to be this diamond, and I felt like I had to be perfect.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? But God, God told me the way I am, but like I don't have to be a diamond. I don't have to be perfect to really have a relationship with God. Like it's not a religion. You know what I'm saying? It's a relationship. God already know what you're gonna do before you get up. He already knows you're gonna fall, you're gonna fall. He already knows you're gonna smoke, you're gonna smoke. Ain't no reason to hide. Like if that's what you do, but God called his work, man, deal with it, but still do what God called you to do, man. Because guess what? Ain't nobody got no heaven to hell to put you in, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just real. I'm being authentic about that. You know, because people feel like they gotta be this diamond, they gotta be perfect just because God called them. Man, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Paul and all that, man, them folks are murderers and you know, turning their back on God, but he still wanted them folks. Man, I ain't even gonna start preaching. I ain't even no preacher. I'm just an instrument for God.
Bro, look here, man. Hey, you look here. I tell everybody, man, this podcast, man, it's easy for us to set up and say, hey, D Mercy, what's your latest single? Let's talk about it for 5 minutes and get off. But what we want is what's that mindset, you know what I'm saying, of D Mercy and doing this gospel rap thing, because I tell cats, man, this gospel rap walk, it ain't easy, man. It ain't an easy walk. You go through things. You still gotta deal with life, and still trying to live for the Lord, and you still trying to make music to represent the kingdom of God versus all the temptations of the world. When it's easy to just say, you know what, man, forget this gospel rap. Let me talk about everything in the trap. Let me give me a bag or 2 or 3. Let me give me a nice car, nice house from basically glorifying sin and shooting everybody, and I'm good. But that's why we made this podcast, man, to get into the mindset of the gospel rappers. Just wherever, man, whoever come on show. Let me ask you this, bro. Let me ask you this, because this about to get good now.
Man, bro, go in.
So now you in gospel rap, you're moving around. What was the response from just the artists, and how was it you was able to link up and network with the artists? Now I know you cool with them now, but what was the process for you to link up? We know God do the moving, but what was the process for you to link up and say, okay, I need to holler at Buddy, I need to holler at him, I need to holler at him or her, just keep them cats away? Like, what was your process with that and making sure that your camp is good and the people around you good?
Man, what's so funny is, man, that question was just asked to me by another brother day before yesterday. And I just answered the question. He asked me the same. Wow, that's crazy. And well, for me, like a lot of them, I be telling them, man, like you can't expect somebody to book you if they don't know you. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect, if that makes sense. They can't book you if they don't know you. Ain't nobody for to give you $1,000. They don't know you. You know what I'm saying? Man, you gotta do the leg work. And the thing with me is, I'm not shy. I'm not afraid. I'm not. My stage presence is off the chain. I'm a show love. I'm gonna do it all. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I hit a lot of open mics. Man, I hit a lot of open mics. Like I went into venues and it was just me. I didn't know nobody. I got in my car, pulled up and saw the open mic. I went in there, but Babel was the only singer I had at that time, right? So I went in there, man. I'm talking about this venue got street rappers. It got folks in there, man. It's smoked out in that joint. I'm talking about, man, everything. Like no, man, ain't nothing against none of that. I'm just saying how it was when I walked in that joint. And back then, I wearing a 3-piece suit then, so I went in that job fresh with the 3-piece suit on here. And they looking at me like, oh man, this might be to come in here and preach. But that's how my grandparents had raised me. So they kind of fought a long time, you know. So I went into open mics and I just let it rip. And you know, before I actually got into the song, I told people, I was like, man, I love crowd participation. You know what I'm saying? So I will tell them what the chorus is about, and then I will have them say it. So I'll get the crowd engaged with what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like when you get up on that platform, man, you can't be sitting back in bed. Don't no audience want to hear nobody that's dull. I don't care if you're doing it for God or whoever you're doing it for. It don't work like that. You know, man, you got to get up there and you God said make a joyful noise. You got to make a joyful noise and get all the way in it. So, man, that's what I did. I hit a lot of open mics. And guess what? When I get off this stage, man, everybody like, man, bro, what's your Facebook? What's your Instagram? Man, how can we get in touch with you, man? You need to come back, man. Let's link up. I'm talking about street rapper, gospel rapper, poets, everybody. You know what I'm saying? So That's what I did. I moved around. I went everywhere, and I went by myself majority of the time. And then that's when I met my brother. Shout out to my brother Young Prey, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And man, I met him, and me and him were rocking. So when we bumped heads, it was like, man, we fed off each other energy because we both had that, you know what I'm saying? We had that energy. And I was like, man, dude, crunk. You know what I'm saying? So when I met him, then after I met him, I met my boy, shout out to my boy B Radical. I met Radical, I met Young Titan. I just started, man, the ladder just kept on going up and up. And man, but me and Young Prey, we were stuck like this. You know what I'm saying? And we'll start crashing a lot of venues together. You know, man, we crashed a lot of venues, and that's why, and I need to say this right here, I'm glad I can express something. That's why on Facebook, a lot of people look at us, they look at us on Facebook and they be like, man, these folk got about like 10, 12 events. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't really us doing it. Like, we put in the leg work, but it's now people booking us, people reaching out to us because we put that work in. You know what I'm saying? One thing I do know is what God has for you, it is for you. You know what I'm saying? So whatever he has for you, it is for you. Like, God wants us to travel, he wants us to travel. You want me to, if me and him gonna be in the same event, God want both of us in the same event. If he don't, then he gonna split us up, because we got plenty of showcases where we split up. You know what I'm saying? So man, it's just the leg work, man. You gotta get out there and hit open mics, especially if you don't know nobody.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You hit on the head, man. And I'm glad you said that for everybody who watching, especially the artists, move around or sit down, because you can't sit here and complain about, well, I ain't got no show. Don't nobody know what I'm doing. Boom, 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 boom. You not moving around. Let me say this, bro. And I'm glad you hit on that, because I'm the same way. I'm big on networking with cats, man. It's like, I remember and still do it to this day. Like, I know with COVID going on, everybody ain't really been moving around. But if something was going on, like in Dallas, man, I would drive to Dallas just to go support them boys. Yeah. 4 hours away from my house, and they be like, okay, man, if you gonna come all the way to Dallas, you might as well bring some music with you, because we gonna put you on stage. I'm like, I ain't even come to rap, though. I'm just coming to support. Network, meet some cats. You walk out the room, and you done met 10, 15 good dudes, and you know, then y'all start linking up and moving around. They say, hey, man, come to Fort Worth. Hey, man, come to Houston. Hey, man, come to some Abilene, Texas. I'm like, I don't even know where Abilene is, but we gonna get there. Same thing to Memphis. You know, we just go, if something going on, we just pop up and show up. But you hit on the head, man, because a lot of cats, man, just watching this, they struggling with getting booked. They struggling with okay, how can I stay consistent doing shows, doing events? How much should I charge, or should I charge? You know, and I'm listening to you saying, you know, you linked up with shout out to Young Praise too. We're gonna get them on the show soon. We're gonna get Young Praise. We got them down to reach out to them. We're gonna get them on. I see y'all boys moving around, man. I remember y'all came to my city. And cats were like, man, who them boys right there, man? Where them dudes from out at the skate rink?
And the skate ring, we shut that jump down. I remember.
It was you.
Shut that jump down.
It was y'all. Whoever preacher man came through, and they was like, man, who them? We know who you is one day, but who them boys? I said, oh, them some partners of mine. Man, I 30, I 40.
That's them boys.
Yes, sir. Came through, man, like a thunderstorm, and left up out of here. And so, hey, man, yes, sir. And so. Bro, so now, man,
it's like a thunderstorm.
Yes, sir. I remember. I remember the response after the show was over. Like for the next 2-3 days, they're like, man, who them boys? You? After we had the little meetings and stuff, like, man, who them dudes? You about that? So, man, some partners of Memphis, man. They came through. Y'all know what it is now. But let me ask you this, man. So, gospel rap, man. Now you in it. I tell anybody, if you've been in it at least 5 years, you a vet. You a vet. You an expert in it. I don't care how you feel about it. You is, because you've been in it long enough now. Bro, talk about some of the... Yes, sir. Talk about some of the good, some of the bad, and some of the ugly, and the ugly that you seen in gospel rap. Because I tell people, you know, even though we do gospel rap, man, I done been around snakes. I done been around sharks. I done been around alligators. And you got to know how to maneuver through them waters. Because they talking gospel rap, you like, oh, okay, he cool, but you look, you say, hey, these boys ain't right. You know, so talk about it a little bit, man.
All right, man. To get straight into what you asked me though, but I want to most definitely, man, give a shout out to my Mercer gang movement, man.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Like, man, people just don't know who actually supports you behind closed doors, but they know who they is, man. You know what I'm saying? I got sisters and brothers behind me, man, that people don't even know that's actually pushing the Mercer gang. And shout out to man, you know what I'm saying, my brother, man, T-Mac and Marquita, man. I gotta shout them out because, man, they gave me a whole different platform, and I'm one of the main artists that they bring back to this platform. It's on a Sunday night, and when I tell you it's gospel mixed with the streets, and this is something like it's needed because we feel like we can't be around street rappers just because they cursing and doing this, that, and that. You know, man, you gotta blend in, you gotta be in the trenches. So, man, I want to give a shout out to them, BCF, man, Gospel Division, man. I want to shout them out because I'm telling you, they done gave a lot of artists that didn't have a platform. They now have a platform, and they now are moving. They on the road. Man, a lot of people that got blessed out of what they doing. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to jump and say that before I forget to actually shout them out, because when people really do something good for you, man, you want to make sure you honor that and recognize that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But I'm gonna jump straight into that, man. The good and the bad of gospel rap. All right, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna be authentic about that thing.
Go
you know
ahead
what I'm saying?
with it, bro. You got the green light.
We're on the good. Gonna get the good out the way. You know what I'm saying? So the good is we know we're doing this for God, right? You know what I'm saying? That's the good. You know, you ain't too much looking over your shoulders and worried about because you on a song talking about you finna shoot somebody, then somebody test you out for real, see if you really a shooter. You know what I'm saying? But we talking about God, so we shouldn't even really be looking. We shouldn't be like this. You know what I'm saying? Looking over our shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Worried about anything. You know, that's the good. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, man, like you meet a lot of good people. You know what I'm saying? You get accountability from the right brothers. You know what I'm saying? The right sisters. You know, man, it's to me, it's you could breathe. You know, put it that way. You could breathe. You know, like doing it for God, you could breathe. Now the bad side of gospel rap, it really ain't bad to me, but I say bad because everybody ain't gonna want to be cool with you no more. You know, they're just the way family gonna leave you, friends gonna leave you. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. You know, and on top of that, it's hard too. You know, the bad side of it, like with gospel, you gonna deal with it a lot. Like temptation comes every day. You know what I'm saying? Temptation comes every day. You know, so and it's certain stuff you can, and certain stuff you like, man, and it's like, then you're worried about somebody judging you. So you got battles. You got battles with it because you don't want to slip up and do the wrong thing. Next thing you know, somebody trying to nail you to the cross. You know, but me personally, my job is not to judge nobody or whoop it with no scripture. You know, I ain't trying to learn a lot of scripture just to whoop somebody with. That is not my job. You know what I'm saying? So that's the bad side of it. Like, people looking for you to fall. That's crazy. They looking for you. They like this. You know what I'm saying? They looking for you to fall. Bro. And man, them folks got scopes on you and everything. Like, but you got to go ahead and be out there. Like, I tell them folks straight up, whether they want to hear what Big Mercy got to say or not. Man, it's like this, bro. I ain't in no box. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't going to put me in no box. Therefore, if you put me in the box and I come out and I fall, now you got some scope on me. But I already told you from the jump, I ain't perfect. Like, one thing about it, it's a relationship. And again, it's not a religion. You know what I'm saying? So that's your good or your bad, man. You know, so.
Right. And I like the way you started out shouting everybody out, because I'm gonna unpack a lot of what you said, because a lot of times people don't see the behind the scenes when you moving around. They just see you on the front. They say, okay, y'all doing a podcast, but they don't see the people that's doing things for you or helping. They don't see that. You know, and I'm big on making sure the cats that work with me are shown in the light. I say, hey, it ain't me. It's them. They doing this, doing that. And then the second thing, man, you talking about how you know, how people would judge. You know, I've been there and done that, man.
Right.
How cats would judge you. Oh, that's Ron Daniel. I saw him out there on, it's a street here, 12th Street. I saw him on 12th Street talking to some dude, man. He out there smoking black and mild with a drink in his hand. I said, man, that's a partner I grew up with. I know dude. You know what I'm saying? So I'd had them conversations, man. I'd have been at events where the dope boys after the show, I'm talking about the real dope boys, man, walk up, put money in our hands, say, bring this show, yes sir, bring this show back. We need shows like this. And then people in my camp, they ain't in my camp no more. At that time, they was like, hey man, why you taking money from them dudes? I said, man, we didn't even ask for an offering. The Lord moved on them boys hard to give us that money. And at the time, I had a barber shop, and I told them, I said, what's the difference between taking money from them? I didn't ask for it. Or taking money in the barbershop. I said, cats come in the barbershop, they go to strip clubs, they roll their money up, they two lines cocaine with them $20 bills. I said, and then they paying for a haircut. I know what they doing. You see what I'm saying? So I said, it ain't no difference. I said, we using this money for good. And so, been there and done that, man. I'm glad you said that. Bro, let me ask you this, man.
Yeah, man.
So now, bro, how did Mercy Gang, man, talk about that, put Mercy Gang together, man. Listen, let me tell you this, man. I tell cats all the time, something I learned a long time ago. I had to give myself a deal. I had to sign myself a deal. And when I figured out years ago that gospel rappers ain't getting signed by these labels. We ain't getting signed by CMG or Sony or whoever the labels are. You know, Young Money, whoever they are out there. We're not getting signed because we talk a whole bunch of Jesus. And so, talk about this Mercy Gang, man. How you put it together. What's your mindset behind it? What's your vision on it, man? Let the people know what it is, man.
My Mercy Gang, basically, this how Mercy Gang really started, though. Mercy Gang started, it started with just me and my two beautiful kids, you know what I'm saying? My little girls, my beautiful girls. My oldest KK and my baby girl Tiny, but she ain't so tiny no more. So, but yeah, it started with just me and my beautiful girls. You know, the people that know me, they know my girls. They know I love my girls. They know they beautiful. They my little queens. They spoil, and you know, a pastor gave me the gospel rap. I was Money D at first. He told me to start calling myself D Mercy because the mercy of God gonna follow me. That's what he told me. You know what I'm saying? And I've been rocking with D Mercy. And then one day my baby girl looked at me and she said, Dad, we Mercy Gang. You know what I'm saying? I said, Mercy Gang. She said, yeah, you D Mercy and we love you. So we the Mercy Gang. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's how Mercy Gang really started. A lot of people don't know that, you know, but my kids actually started saying, Dad, we Mercy Gang. We love what you do. You know, they just love Daddy, period. You know, I TikTok with them. I do it all with them. Cook, comb their hair, wash their hair, put it in ponytails. I do the whole, try to do their nails. You know, I'm that dad.
Right.
But that's how Mercy Gang started. But now how Mercy Gang really going is, you know, I just really just showing love. Like, I ain't signing nobody to no contract or trying to take all their rights and all that. I just want to put people in positions to elevate. If you don't have a fan base, I want to help you. If don't nobody know if you're a poet and don't nobody know that, I want to help you get exposure with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, God blessed me with a good cameraman, man. Shout out to my brother Prof, man. He got good content. Like, God sent him. He a white boy too. And it's rare that God sent you a white boy like that. You know what I'm saying? But hey, he jumped in the game and told me, man, I want to be a part of what you got going. I said, well, man, I got this thing called Mercy Gang, and it's branched off my name, but it's to help people elevate. Like, he didn't know a lot of people, but right now, and this is no bragging rights. I'm not being cocky. I don't want none of that. I don't want nothing. But right now, since he jumped in probably about a month ago or two. You know what I'm saying? And now he know everybody. He done elevated. He busy. Like, he booked up doing camera work, doing weddings. You know what I'm saying? So I put people in positions to where they can elevate. You know, shout out to my sis, you know what I'm saying? Erica, her and her husband, they allowed me to, their son, he like to dance. So I used him as a hype man because he loved to dance. He been dancing behind me since he was little though. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was doing open mics, they will come out and support. So this mercy game thing it's kind of just showing love and putting people in position. Like, I want to make sure that little guy right there, you know what I'm saying, he elevate, and one day I see him on dance and he doing what he do, because like I didn't help my camera guy, he A1 Yola, he up there, he done elevated. Right. So anybody that join Mercy Game, man, it's elevation, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just showing them how to get out there, because like me, I got a name for myself, you know, like, and all glory to God, man. You know, I got a name for myself. Like, I'm good everywhere I go. It's not a venue that ain't nobody gonna know who D Mercy is. You know, that's why I call myself Big Mercy now, because I do big things. I got a big God. I got a big heart. I show big love. So everything around me, man, is big. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna do it big. You know, it may not pop right there, but it's gonna be big when we get done doing the leg work for us. So that's why I started saying big.
Yes, so I like that. I tell cats all the time, I said, this the podcast. We let these boys come on and pop their collar and talk all that big talk, because a lot of times we sit around and want to be like, I'm going to be humble for Jesus. I said, no, man, Jesus know we humble. But man, you can get on here and talk about it and talk it like you doing it, man. Because I tell cats, I said, man, yes, sir, people got to know what you doing. And now we in the social media space, man, and social media is just all over the place. You know, you have to show people now are in tune to what are you doing, what you doing. If you a gospel rap artist, right, if you out there looking slouchy or you out there looking bad, they really ain't gonna fool with you. You can be the best gospel rap out there. Look at man, I used to tell cats about, I used to tell cats out there that was in my camp a while back, and I told myself, man, look, I said, is that fair or no? I don't know. It ain't fair. I said, but that's just the time we in. So when you on stage, look fresh and be fresh. Joker, make sure your clothes clean. Make sure you got a fresh pair of J's on something, because people watching. Yeah, people got these cameras now. They looking at everything now. Man, they'll take a picture. Hey, they'll see you.
Speaking on that, man, not to cut you off, but
go ahead.
But speaking on that, that's crazy. But speaking on that right there, is like, man, man, I mean, I rap about it in my song though. I said, and a matter of fact, in my I say I'm fresh for a Christian. Just call me a hawk. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. Man, God didn't say you gotta look dirty, man. Like, we gonna drip. Shout out to my brother them again, Young Praise. Then I got this new boy. He ain't new, but he been around. But my other little events, man. My brother Young Stunner, man, Millionaire Stunner, man. That boy, that now you talking about, if you want to see an example of drip, man, Millionaire Stunner, my little brother, that's connected to me and my boy Young Prey. He drilled for sure. He coming with the bust down. He coming with the chain. And hey, man, cause you know that's not really being up.
Right.
Word jury and stuff. Man, you could be flying. You could be fresh. Man, if you an artist, man, I'm telling you, man, go all the way with it. Yes, man, the way people see you, they gonna respect you. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, we working on a lot of stuff right now, though, man. Like, man, you'll see, you gonna see real drip, cause me, my boy Young Stunner, Millionaire Stunner, my boy Young Prey, man, we're working on a mixtape right now, getting ready to come out, called the three Migos for God. And I want you when you get out this when we get out here, I want you to go look up. I'm pretty sure you know who the Migos is.
Yes, sir.
And so when you go look up the Migos, and if you go look at it, we got a picture on Facebook, and you go look at a picture of us and go look at the Migos. We're not saying we're gonna do a rap style. We're not saying none of that. But we are the three Migos for God, because we always together. And the Migos, they always together. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, yeah, we're working on a mixtape, get ready to drop, man. And this is something God kind of want us to do, man. And we finna go ahead and we finna make it happen.
I saw that. I saw that picture, man, the other day. I told you I see everything on social media, man. I think that was the one. That was the one y'all was out there. Y'all was eating or something, man. And the one that was outside. Right.
Yeah, we had just did a showcase in Mississippi.
Right.
It was my boy, Millionaire Stunner. It was for his dad. His dad had a benefit concert, and he wanted to bring me and Young Praise. So, you know, we went and rocked out there, man. And, you know, that was out there in Bahia, Mississippi.
Right. Shout out to everybody in the SIP. I done been up and down Mississippi, man. I'm talking about, man, up and down that thing.
Man, they were different, too. They were different down there. Them folks were driving on the lawn with, man, ATVs and four-wheelers, and everybody's cars was foreign. And
hey, that's the SIP,
man.
That's the SIP, man. Yeah. The Mississippi ain't show every time we come. Look at, man, I'm talking about what? Oxford, Tupelo, Jackson, what's down south? Greenwood. Man, I've been up and down. What's the one right there by Memphis? That's South Haven, right there by Memphis.
Yeah, that's South Haven.
Man, I've been up and down. I've been up and down.
Yeah, right before you get to Mississippi. That's South Haven.
Been up and down Mississippi, man. But bro, you hit on the head, man. I tell cats all the time, man. God ain't got nothing. He don't care nothing about us shining, man. I tell cats, man. Hey, I'm gonna say this, man. I remember I was sitting on a panel at this church here in my city, and this cat just he directed the question towards me. He said, "Hey, man, Ron Dan, let me ask you something, man. Are you up there looking all fresh and this and that?" He said, "Bro," he said, "I got a Ford Expedition outside." I said, "Okay." I said, "You got a big body?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Man, you know, I'm trying to do right. I'm trying to live right, man. I want to put some rims on it, man, but I'm trying to live right." This what I told him, bro. As soon as he was done asking me about it, telling me about his truck and his situation, I said, "Can you put some size?" I said, "What's the biggest rim you can put on that Ford Expedition? Size 30? You want 32 with a lift kit?" I said, "Take it around the corner of the Sambas, they got you." And he was shocked. I told him, I said, "Go get whatever size rim you want. Just live holy for the Lord, man. The Lord wants us to shine. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Use it as a bait to draw folks close to him when they say, 'Hey, man, you shining, man, your truck clean, man, you bumping that Jesus music, man, what is it?' Then you can open your mouth and tell folks, 'Hey, man, if it wasn't for the Lord, man, you know, and brought me on his side.'" So I tell people all the time, man, anybody around me, they already know what I stand on that. But let me ask this, bro. Gospel rap, man, what it is right now, industry-wise, I'm just gonna speak just as an industry. You know, some cats are saying, you know, I'm a Christian, but I'm not a rapper. I'm not a Christian rapper. I'm the rapper. I'm not the Christian. You know, and some folks say, "Hey, man, holy hip hop is kind of corny and lame." Bro, what's your thoughts on gospel rap now versus when you first jumped in the game a few years ago?
Gospel. I mean, we hear it, you know what I'm saying? Like, we hear it for real. Like, I think the pandemic, you know what I'm saying, made a lot of people turn and get closer to God, you know what I'm saying? So, gospel rap, we already, you know, we was already there, you know, it didn't do nothing but really help us, you know, it helped us during that time to really figure out what new singles and how do we want to go dealing with our crafts, you know what I'm saying? I mean, now, you know, we hear it, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people getting closer to God versus running away, you know. But back then, like I said, back then, gospel rap when you hear gospel rap, it's more like, okay then, you know, it wasn't really too many people in tune with it. But I mean, you got the legends like Fro and Mr. Dale and all them, you know what I'm saying? That's been doing it, you know, Titan been doing it for a minute. And you got a lot of cats that have been doing it, but now it's a different take on how we do it now. You know, because the way it was done back then, wasn't nobody really in the trenches like they should have been. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's guys like myself and other guys, like we don't do a lot of church events. You know what I'm saying? We do more clubs and car shows, and man, we in the streets, you know, we're not in the four walls. So now it's more so like a lot of people trying to get out the four walls and do it versus back then, you know, they was all the talent shows and open mics majority. When I look back on a lot of their stuff, man, they was in the church majority of the time. You know what I'm saying? Well, nobody really out there in the streets. I mean, you probably had one or two, probably three, but it wasn't too many. Like when you look up on Facebook now, like we out here, you know, we posting, you know, we going to the hood for real. We everywhere. and you know, just talking like you see what's going on. You know, yeah, that's the difference for me.
I tell cats all the time, man. You know, this my own personal thing. So anybody who watching the show, don't take this the wrong way. But my thing is when it comes to the gospel rappers, I say if you ain't never did no hood events, if you ain't never did no events in the projects or a club or two, you ain't really moved around real good. You know, the church is cool. The church is safe. The church is safe. The church ain't gonna really give you no real critique on your music. They'll give you the church clap and they say, "Oh, D Mercy, that's good. That's good." You know, the mold ladies, but that's good, baby. That's good. You know, but when you out there moving around in them streets, man, I'm talking about set up next door to the Bengals. Next door to them boys, selling their work, everything. I'm talking about, I've been there and done that. You got to go where it's at.
You got to go see them boys.
Right. Because a lot of times, one of the things that I know for me, that I learned just moving around, I'm talking about hood to hood, gospel rapping, man, is that a lot of these boys, they want the Lord. They want to change, but you hear stories like, "Hey, I want to go to that church, but man, look what I got on, man. I can't go in. Look what I'm doing." You see what I'm saying? I had them conversations. I was like, I told the cat one time when I used to own a barbershop for 8 years, and I told the cat, I said, "Man, look, I said, if stopping you from getting a haircut is gonna stop you from going to church, bro, I chop you up. Just meet me at the shop." Now he didn't show up. I told him, I said, meet me at the shop, I chop it down for nothing. If it's gonna get you to come to church. And so, but he didn't show up. But I done heard so many stories, man. I had so many conversations with folks that they want different. They want to change. They want that. But one thing I tell anybody who looking at, especially the artists, you at some point you gotta get at them churches and you gotta move around. And here's the key though. And that's if the church you go to support what you're doing or not. Now, some people gonna say, "Wait a minute, Ron, Dan, you telling them to do some rebellion stuff." So I'm not saying rebellion. I'm just saying that's what the church supposed to be doing anyway. It's doing events outside those walls, drawing people into the Lord. So I commend what y'all doing, man, because I see it, man. I see what y'all doing, man. I commend what y'all doing. I see what y'all doing, and I salute it, man, because that's where the real work is supposed to be. Church is where everybody going. It's like they already healed, so to say. You gotta get them folks that ain't healed and bring them folks in. Bro, let me ask you this, bro.
Man, you better talk. You better talk your talk, man.
Man, I've been there and done that, bro. I done been there and done that, and that's why I commit. I tell anybody again, anybody who watching the show, don't take this the wrong way, but I tell cats, if you a gospel rapper and you ain't never experienced at least 1 to 2 years of really out there in them trenches. I'm talking about out there, you in the heart of the projects, and you look around and say, there go the Bengals, there go the Dope Boys, there go everybody out there, and you out there gospel rapping in 100-degree weather, sweating and everything, ministering, real ministry. You know,
I've been there.
Yes, sir.
I've done that.
Yes, sir. Real ministry. I'm talking about, man, mosquitoes biting in some places. You know, real ministry.
Come on now.
Yes, sir. And so let me ask this, bro. What's next for Mercy Gang, man? What's next for, you say it ain't D Mercy no more, it's Big Mercy. What's next for Big Mercy, man?
Yeah.
And hey, before you answer there's two questions. What's next for you? And then what did this COVID, you mentioned COVID in your last answer. What did COVID teach you, man? Why this pandemic stuff been going on?
All right, so number one, I'm always D Mercy, but you know I got to put the AKA Big Mercy behind it because, like I said, everything we do is big. I serve a big God, so I can't get away from the big stuff. You know what I'm saying? And like you know, man, everything big around me right now. You know, man, we just moving. We moving out of love, though. Like for me, man, I'm showing love, man. Hey, man, that's all I know. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's showing love to people that hurt me and to the ones that haven't hurt me. You know what I'm saying? I'm showing love to them. But, you know, what's next for Mercy Gang, man? Man, we got some big stuff popping, man. You know, a lot of people that don't know, I'm going to share it tonight because I feel like God want me to share it. You know, I'm going to put it out there. You know, man, we got, you know, I got a huge billboard getting put up. You know what I'm saying? Really? That's pretty ready to happen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it'll be somewhere on the interstate somewhere. I don't know yet, but it's getting ready to pop. You know, a lot of people gonna see it because more than likely I'm probably gonna go live while it's happening. I don't know, but that's something big right there. You know, that's what I say, a big Mercy, man. For Mercy Gang, that's what we doing, man. We traveling right now. Like we got Polk, Mississippi, we got Halls, Tennessee, we got Halls, Tennessee is a huge car show that I gotta go do with my boy Young Praise and Millionaire Stunner. We gotta go do that. Then I gotta go to Polk, Mississippi. Man, we just around the globe right now. We just moving how God want us to move, man. You know, and like I said, we just networking, man. You know, that's all that's this for Mercy Gang, man. We just moving and, you know, hopefully, you know, we just don't know what God want to do with it. So I'm just obeying, man, and just pushing. The train keep on going, man. I'm just behind it, you know.
That's what it is, man. It ain't nothing but big dog salute, man. I'm ready to see the billboard go up. Call. I tell cats, man.
Well, I do got an album dropping, you know. So.
When is dropping?
Yeah, I do that. Yeah, I got an album dropping.
When is dropping?
An album is on the way. I've been quiet about it.
Yes, sir. Hey, I tell cats all the time, man. I said, I'm for big stuff, man. Let me tell you something, man. I tell people all the time, I'm the gator. I'm not the hater. I'm the pom shaker. Mm-hmm. I said I'm sitting on the side, man, rooting gospel rappers on because I tell cats all the time, mm-hmm. Man, the secular boys doing big time things. You know, how they doing it, that's their business. You see what I'm saying? We already know what I call the regular rap. Yeah. We know regular rap. It's saluting everything. They say pull out the Draco, kill everybody in your city, go home, watch ESPN like you ain't killed nobody and eat you some food and wake up the next day like ain't nothing happened. That's what rap is mm-hmm. now. It's just glorify all kind of sin. I said, but for the gospel rappers, I tell people, I said, man, we supposed to be doing big time things. If it's a billboard, if it's wrapping your car up, if it's you on a war show, mm-hmm. getting something like we supposed to be doing those things so it highlight the Lord. I said we have to remember who we doing this for. And that's why I tell you a lot of cats, man, you know, I remember, I'm gonna say this before I ask you the next question. I remember when the Lord first told me to start charging people. And I'm gonna tell you how it happened. I was asked to come in. I was asked to come in, and I tell the story all the time. I was asked to come in. Ty Tribbett, the gospel singer, came to the city.
Yeah, I know who that is. That crunk.
Yeah, Ty Tribbett came, and so I was at the person who was supposed to headline for him. They dropped out. Somehow they dropped out, but the youth pastor of the church he was coming to, he was at one of my shows. He said, hey, man, he said, look, he said, man, I get down what you're doing, man. I told my pastor about you. Can you come open up for Ty Tribbett? I said, cool. So we sat in this office, man. I'm talking about we just sit, it's me, him, and his, I guess, the main youth pastor. Man, they told me they paid dude $17,500. He looked at me in the same voice and he said, "Now, man, we ain't got nothing there." I said, "Man, hold up." I said, "Y'all got," in my mind, I'm thinking, man, at the time they had 3 churches here and 1 church in Memphis. They had 4 churches and the pastor supposedly had an airplane or something to fly him around all these churches. So I said, okay, so we finally came to an agreement. It wasn't what I wanted, but it was an agreement. And so, but what it taught me, the Lord put in my spirit, he said, it's time for you to start charging and putting paperwork in front of folks. And so, and I told cats, I said, I was one of those cats early on that was like, okay, we just gonna do this. I ain't charging nobody. They give us a little bit here, a little bit there. Then the Lord's like, you start charging folks. And that's why I tell people, I said, man, I'm for gospel rap doing everything big. If gospel rap on the BET Awards doing the big, do it big. If it's on the MTV Awards, if it's on look at Wildin' Out, whatever the shows is out there, doing it big, do it big. It's to me it's another step up for gospel rappers. And ain't no sense of sitting around with your lip poked out mad because somebody got them opportunities. No, that means those opportunities out there waiting for everybody. And so, yeah, man.
I was just like, man, you just said some powerful stuff. I was just talking to my little brother on the phone today, Millionaire Stunner, man. We just talked about this earlier about, you know what I'm saying, like when opportunities come for this artist, and just because you see this artist doesn't mean that he's not doing it for God. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, you gotta praise with people, man. You gotta be happy for folks when they elevate, man. You gotta be right there and cheer with them. Like, man, cheer them on, like, bro, that's what I'm talking about. But man, when opportunities come, man, look, that ain't like majority of the time, it ain't no sometimes. Majority of the time it's God.
Right.
Like, whoa, for real? Oh, you wanna pay me $700 just to come down the street? Oh man, that's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Sir. Like, man, them opportunities, and you gotta rock with it like that. You can't be hating. Like, I don't even know what it feels like to hate on somebody that's elevating. Like, when you elevate hard, if I see you get 7 shows, I'm talking back to back, you know what that make D-Mercy want to do? Man, look, let me find out let me network, man. Let me see what's going on. Because I want to spread the message too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna sit back and hoping it's gonna come to me. No, man, I'm gonna get in the field too. Like, man, because we don't do the bleachers, we in the field.
Already. Hey, bro, I tell you,
I ain't in the bleachers, bro.
Hey. Hey,
I'm studying for God, man.
Yes, sir. I tell these cats, you got 2 choices in life, man. You can be the game player or the spectator. Pick one. You can't be both of them, man. Pick one. And so I tell cats, I said, you can't be both of them, man. Sitting on the sideline with your lip poked out, man. Hey, get in the game, man.
Hey, man, look, I ain't no water boy, man. You hear me?
No, man. Hey, I tell these boys, man. Hey, I tell these boys all the time, man. Y'all better get in the game, man. Quit hating on these boys. Get in the game. The world is big enough for everybody to move around. That's why we got all this space out here. Move around. Yeah. You know, I tell you, can't move around, man. Whatever one artist doing, you can do the same thing. You just gotta you know what it is, man. I'm gonna tell you what it is.
Okay, you better get in the field and get out them bleachers or get off that bench, man. Tell coach to put you in the game.
Put them in the game, coach. Put them in the game.
Man, hey, put me in, coach. I'm trying to tell you, me and my team, man, anybody connected around me, man, we don't do the bleachers, man. We in the field for real. I'm talking whether they're out of town or in my hood, North Memphis, South Memphis, East Memphis, West Memphis, man, we in the field for real, man, you know. And really got to speak on that because, you know, like everybody, you know, they see what's going on. Like, man, we ain't better. I'm going. Like, man, I just, not too long ago, man, and I keep bringing my brother Miriam and Stunner, but, you know, them my little brother, they connected to me. Right. But, man, we just went downtown there. I'm talking about them folks was all type of crazy in that joint. And, man, I was in that joint doing what? Gospel rap.
Right.
And look, they ain't really just clap like that, but when I performed to show him love, man, them folks were looking like, man, he got to us with that joint. And everybody started shaking my hand and like, man, you right, bro. We got to start showing love. Woo. Right, man, I went in there and did what I needed to do. Got the message across, man. That's what I said, man. Coach put me in the game, man. I'm in the field. I don't know nothing about sitting on the bench, man. It's over for that.
No, I tell these boys all the time. I say, that's it already. I tell the cats, man. I say, you know, cats that I talk to that done been in my office or they know me personally. You know, they got my number. I ain't talking about no inbox stuff. I'm talking about they got the number. And I done told them, and they watching, they know who they are. And I told them, I said, hey, man, you got to move around. You know, put what y'all doing, you know, staying consistent doing shows, what we doing, staying consistent with a podcast. Bro, it take work. This ain't no just come in, cut the light switch on, and it's gonna roll.
Oh no, man.
I said no. Look at just bringing you on the show. What we talked about? What about 2 months ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Had to been 2 months ago. So for cats who watching this right now, this show just the initial start was 2 months ago. 60 days ago.
2 months ago.
Just to say, hey, we're going to put you down for this date, and boom, we're going to put you in the game. But cats think it's just, oh, man, it's disease. I can get out here and do it. I said, nah, then they get frustrated when they don't see results, and they quit. Let me say this, man, because I know you done seen this, too. I seen cats who, what I like to say, I don't like to say they quit. I just like to say they stalled. They just stalled. They just put, it's like a car pulled over on the side of the road. It just stalled a little bit. And so I know you done seen this too, man. To the cats who watching the show, they saying, hey, I done did gospel rap. I done put in the work. I ain't seen nothing. But they looking at what you doing and what Young Praise doing. And young, look at now, I know about Young Stunner now. With Millionaire Young Stunner. Did I say his name right, bro?
Yeah.
Millionaire Young Stunner.
Yeah, you did. Right. Yeah, you put some respect on my little brother.
I got to, man. You said his name about 50 11 times.
I appreciate that.
I know he watching the show. Yes, sir. I know he watching the show, man. I don't want to say, man. He said, man, that dude from Arkansas to say my name wrong. Look here, man. Hey, for anybody,
you said his name right, man.
Already. For anybody who watching the show, man, what can you tell these cats, man, as far as like just getting in the game, keeping that momentum, and moving around, man? Cause some of these artists watching the show, man.
Man, it's like this right here, man. It's enough. So if I got a steak, you can get a steak too. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. Like, hey man, it's enough. There's enough room. So don't worry about what I don't put on my plate if you don't eat it. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if you catch that. Don't worry about what I put on my plate if you don't eat it. If you don't eat that, move around and see what you do eat off my plate. You know what I'm saying? So if my grind look good to you, then connect with me and we can grind together. If me going in the studio and going hard in the studio, if that look good to you, then connect with me. We can go to the studio and we can figure out what we can do to build you up as. We can connect. You know what I'm saying? You got to take your eyes off of what you don't like and what you do like. You know what I'm saying? So if that's what you like the grind, then get with the grind. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody for the throw you nothing. I'm only God only placed me here to really help and tell you the way because I already done it. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't listen, there's nothing I can do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's more so of don't focus on what you don't like from another artist. You know what I'm saying? Focus on what you do like so you can elevate. You know, if that makes sense to you, like, man, like me, I sit back and I watch like, man, I need to get this, I need to do this, I need to do that. Man, so I start networking like, man, bro, who you go to? What you got going? This, that, another, man. I just jumped in and like I said, I was hitting a lot of open mics. You know, man, you like I said, but it's on for me, the Mercer game, hey man, we wide open, man. It's enough stakes to go around, man. We all can feast. We all can feast, man. So all I'm gonna say is don't be so quick to give up because you watching the wrong thing. You gotta watch the right thing. Stop watching the wrong thing and watch the right thing. Like that's the only way you're gonna elevate. So many of them quit because they think they can get out there and grind one day and then it's, oh, I got 10 shows. It don't work like that.
No, sir.
Man, don't nobody know you, homie. Don't nobody know you, homie. Like, I'm the only one know you. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only one call you little poo-poo. I only know you little poo-poo. Don't nobody know who you is. You gotta, man, you gotta grind little poo-poo. You gotta get a little poo-poo.
Right. But you, bro, but you hit it on the head, man. And for whoever watching, I'm glad you said that because the formula is so simple. Yet a lot of people can't keep up the pace. We always talking about this. Always, it's a marathon. It ain't no sprint. I said, no, it's really a marathon. I tell cats, I said, forget the marathon. Do you like stove cooked food, or microwave cooked food? Which one is better? I said, the stove cooked food take a little longer. Right, it take a little longer, but it's better. You know, but you got cats that it's better. But you got cats, man, that's to me, you know, they watching the game. They want to be a part of it. And I tell you know, where I'm from, I would tell cats, I said, man, hey, closed mouths don't get fed. And you got to open your mouth and you got to move around and you got to work like you ain't never worked before. You know, you got to work. And the thing is the work part. You know, the Bible scriptures say faith without works is dead. We love talking about that scripture. Yeah. But I'm like, did y'all really catch what he said? He said, you can have the faith all day. But Joker, if you ain't got no work ethic, man, that believing that's dead. You can cancel that, man. You ain't gonna move around. So yeah, man, I'm glad you said that, man, because a lot of cats, man, they need to hear that. And what's wrong, in my opinion, in the gospel rap space, a lot of cats don't want to hear no real talk. You know, cause they come around me, they know. They say, hey man, don't fool with Ron Day, cause he gonna tell you.
Man, you said that. Yeah, you said that they don't want to hear no real talk. Since we're speaking real, we being authentic, you know, and this is a podcast where we're open to talk. You know what I'm saying? But most of them don't want to, because to be honest, and not saying this in a mean way, but everybody ain't a hard body. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't built for it, though. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta understand that, like, everybody's not hard body. You know, like me, I done been through something. I done been locked up. I done been gang banging. I done ran from the police. I done had my apartment shot in, and man, I done walked probation down 3 years and all that type of stuff. A lot of them, they like this, they getting spoon fed. So they ain't really have to worry about going through that. But me, you know, my mom did everything she could, but my dad was on drugs, man. Had my mama end up on drugs. And so I'm the baby boy, by the way. And me and my brother, we had to do. So I jumped in the trenches, and you know, a lot of them didn't have to do that, man, because they always had a handout. Like, here you go. You want a car, you got a car. You want to do this, you don't want to work, it's okay, baby. Mama got you, daddy got you. I ain't have it like that. And one no, I got you. And one no, $700 for you to go shopping. No, I had to save every quarter, every nickel, every dime, every penny I had just to go get one pair of shoes. And it took me months just to save up for one pair of shoes. See, that's the struggle. Don't nobody know that about these I had to do that. But I put all that back, man. You know what I'm saying? So, man, if I come out wrong sometimes, it's because I'm built different. You know, I had to be a hard body. Like I tell them all the time, I love God, but I still got these hands, though. Like, you ain't gonna just talk to me crazy, and I'm gonna see what's up with you. You know, I'm gonna see what's up with you, and then I'm gonna pray for you. Now, you know, and I ain't saying it in a bad way, but most people get it mixed up because you love God. They feel like they can talk crazy. No, bro, it don't work like that. Now with diversity, like, you know, no, don't do that, because I got these hands still. You know, as long as I live, God gonna keep me with these hands, and I'm gonna pray for you and let you know, bro, you should never try that with me, because I'm the wrong. Man, don't get me wrong, and that's facts.
Oh man, you know what I'm saying? I'm over there laughing, man, because people don't. Hey, bro.
Real though.
Hey, man, that's real talk. Because people don't. people think, oh man, this is my old Christian dude. Them Christian dudes, they some soft dudes. I said, no, man.
Fine, bro. I don't know what that. They just the wrong one.
Right. No. Ain't nobody soft. We just thank the Lord for His Spirit in us, and it's keeping us sane and with a sound mind, Joker. So yeah man. Hey, bro, we done hit that hour, man. Let me tell you, man. We got to get you back on sooner than later, man. We got to get you on, bro. Before we get off this thing, though, man. How can everybody find you on social media? And then too, man, give whoever watching, man. Give us the last words, man. Any words of encouragement, because I'm big on encouraging people, man, because somebody took time out to watch the show, man. People going through things, people, you know, COVID-19, still, you know, hopefully COVID-19 getting away, folks walking around with less and less masks now. And so, but bro, before you get off this thing, man, what's some encouraging words, man, you got for the cast, man, and then how can everybody find you on social media?
All right, first, the encouraging words I got for everybody, man, like, it's simple, man, you know, man, pray for people, do your job, man, and we got to realize we ain't God, you know what I'm saying? So all we can do is pray for folks, you know, give correction and let it be, you know what I'm saying? Correction, you know, that's, you know, give it, but let it be. Don't be trying to whoop folks with scriptures because you know 1,000 on.
Yes,
that ain't going to win nobody Christ just because you know 1,000. I can quote 1,000 scriptures, don't mean I can whoop you with it, you know? So, man, show love, man. Learn how to love. When you learn how to accept people for who they is, man, you will see a life. For me, that's why I know so many people, bro, because I accept people for who they is and I love on them. And that's why, man, I ain't been in, and thank God, it's been years and a long time since I done had to get to fighting. I done been in some trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I show love to everybody. Like, I encourage you, to the people that's watching, man, learn how to show love. Learn how to pray for folks and let it be, man. Stop thinking you God and let God be God. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you know what, if you know what your brother or sister going through, bro, love on them. I guarantee you love will win before you sit back and be like, man, I don't like that. Ooh, bro, it don't work like that, bro. Like, you got to love, you know, and I'm big on that, bro. The L word, man. Love. That's my encouraging words, man. You know, once we get that down packed, then everything else follow through. You know. And far as finding me, man, all my social medias, man, Instagram and I am D Mercy. Facebook, I have an artist page on Facebook. It's D Mercy. My regular Facebook is Darrell James, Darrel. Last name James, James. I post stuff on Snapchat here and there. You know, you can find me on Snapchat. I am Big Mercy, man. YouTube is I am D Mercy. You can find all my music, man. All you gotta do is type in D Mercy. I'm on Spotify, D Tidal, Diesel, Pandora. Man, it's everywhere, you know. So just type in D Mercy. Look for I Wanna Live Right. I wanna WANNA. I wanna live right, you know. So type that in and y'all find your boy D Mercy, aka Big Mercy, Mercy Gang, and that's on gang, you know what I'm saying? Okay.
Already.
Yeah,
Let me tell y'all something, man. This was another good show. Hey, bro, hey, number big dog, salute to you, man. We got to get you back on sooner than later, man. We got to do this again, man. And look here, keep doing what you're doing, bro. Whatever we can do, bro. Hey, I'm just 2 hours away, man. Whatever y'all got going on, I know cold.
Whatever, bro. Just let me know, bro.
Yes, sir.
You know I'm coming if you need me.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. But on that note, bro, we're gonna get off this thing, man.
All right.
Already. And that's the show for tonight. Listen, y'all, that was another good show, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. That was another good show, man. I'm gonna say this real quick. Listen, y'all got the game tonight, man. You know, if you've been watching this show, if you've been watching how we've been moving with this show, 41 shows in the book. You see what I'm saying? I got a goal to do 1,000. How we gonna get to 1,000? I have no idea. I don't have a roadmap to get to 1,000. We're gonna get to 1,000 though. 1,000 shows. But this show was good, man. And for whoever watching the show, I hope y'all listen to Deep Mercy, Big Mercy, Mercy Gang. Let me tell you, just the game. You know, just listening to him and just he in the trenches. You see what I'm saying? I follow him on social media. Pretty much everybody who been on this podcast since the first show, I follow all of them on social media, and everybody have a consistent movement, a consistent flow. You know what I'm saying? And the good thing about doing shows, podcasts like this is we get to highlight the artists, the DJs, the promoters, everybody who move around in gospel rap and highlight it, you know, what they doing, man, because, you know, the work, when you doing work for the Lord, it's not easy. This is not the easy path. This is not the path we can get in. I'm gonna make a big bag. Now, we get paid, you know, to do gospel rap. Now, some people saying, you know, gospel rappers shouldn't get paid. That's your opinion. We get paid. You know, I can't speak for everybody else. But, you know, but working for the Lord, as artists, let me say this, as artists, we get paid for the artistry. You know, the gospel is free. But doing the work of the Lord, it's not easy. It's challenging. I don't like to say hard. It's challenging because you faced with keeping yourself together, being an example for the Lord, and ministering to people. It don't make you perfect. It don't make you better than nobody. I never stood out as somebody that's being, I'm better than y'all, I'm better than whoever. But the work of the Lord is challenging, and what we like to do in this gospel rap space is highlight it and show everybody what's going on with it. You know, I like what D Mercy said. He said I'm a Christian. He said I still got their hands though. You know, I said, yeah, I agree with that. Because a lot of people think, oh, they Christian. They just kind of slow. They just kind of soft. I said, nah, don't be trying these boys just trying to live for the Lord. Don't do that. But let me tell y'all something, man. We glad y'all tuned in. We glad y'all stayed to the end. We getting bigger. We getting better. We getting stronger. And this podcast gonna be one of the best out there. You know, we're gonna make sure of it. With the help of the Lord, we're gonna make sure that this podcast is one of the go-to podcasts for everybody that work in the gospel rap space. If you made it to the end, listen, if you're an artist, if you want to be on the show, email us. We're going to see what you're talking about. We're going to check out before we put you in the game. We don't make it hard, though. If you want to be on the show, you on the show, just email us what you got, your content, your music, video, whatever it is you want us to see or hear. And we'll put you in the show. We'll schedule you in for June or July. We got June. We now booking for June, July, and August. So we booking for the next 3 months. We try to book 2 or 3 months ahead of time. Also, if you like what we doing, if you see what we doing and you getting down what we doing, donate to the show. We need money. We need money so we can stay on the internet, so we can continue to keep this podcast going. People do donate to the show, so don't think people don't donate to the show. Yes, we're gonna ask for money every week. Donate to the show. Whatever God put on your heart, man, just donate whatever amount will do. And the last thing, man, continue to share and tell somebody about what we're doing. If you think this is a good platform, let us know. You can email us and let us know. If you think this is a good platform, share this on your page. Share this on your social media page, whatever page you want. Y'all know all the social media. It's so many platforms out there, man. But I know the main ones are Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Share it on there. Let people know what we're doing, man. And again, this was a good show. A lot of good information, man. It's always a lot of good information. Soon we will have the website ready. We're still working on the YouTube. We got a few shows on the YouTube channel, but we're gonna, do a big release. All that stuff when the YouTube is ready. When the website is ready. Everything take time to put together. This is not an overnight thing. Putting all this together is not overnight. But we here at Divine Self Entertainment, we willing to, put in that work and put in that challenging work, put in the hard work, put in that grind to see that this show is one of the best podcasts out there. So on that note, man, we're going to see y'all tomorrow night. We got another great show with another great artist. And we're going to see y'all tomorrow night, man. I'm going to give y'all that double chunk salute. Boom, boom. And we're going to get out of here.